This is really exciting. A crazy earnings report is just in a few days. A potential 10x is coming to Palantir stock. Analysts are dropping insane bombshells. And leaked Palantir's next price after this report. This might be your last chance, and the opportunity is going fast. What is happening? And why am I hyped? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. This is actually wild. Because today, Palantir's stock just kept climbing. People are celebrating, finally seeing their investments in the green. But hold on. What if I told you this rally isn't over? In fact, it might just be getting started. And the craziest part? We're only a few days away from something huge. According to one analyst, Palantir is gearing up for a major event. We're talking about a report that's expected to be released soon, something that could potentially shake things up in a massive way. And no, this isn't just a cool update or some marketing fluff. The buzz is that this could send the stock soaring, possibly even multiplying its value several times over. Some are even saying this might be the last real chance to grab Palantir shares at what could be considered a bargain price. Now I know you're probably thinking, all right, but what's the price doing now? Has all this hype already pushed it up? Well, here's the thing. That same analyst pointed out that Palantir recently made a pretty impressive move. After dipping down to the mid-60s, it bounced back hard, climbing up close to triple digits in just a couple of weeks. That's not small potatoes. And here's where it gets even more interesting. If the stock can hold strong and form what they call a higher low, basically if it doesn't fall too far back down and find solid support somewhere above that 80-ish level, then we might see it break past that 100 mark again very soon, possibly within the next month. And this isn't just random speculation. It's based on price action, momentum, and a little thing we call timing. And speaking of timing, talk about perfect. Just as the hype is building, Palantir drops another bombshell. They've just locked in a fresh partnership, and it's a pretty big one. ICE, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, has signed a major deal with Palantir, worth tens of millions, to build a brand new platform called Immigration OS. Now, this isn't some basic software update or a behind-the-scenes tweak. This is full-on, next-level tech. Immigration OS is designed to give ICE what they're calling real-time visibility. That means they'll be able to instantly track things like visa overstays, people who've chosen to leave the country voluntarily, and even individuals marked for removal, including some foreign students who've been flagged. But it goes deeper than that. This new platform will basically act like a central hub, pulling in data from all sorts of different government systems. Think of it as a command center that helps ICE connect the dots across agencies like Customs and Border Protection. It's all about making sure nothing falls through the cracks. What's the goal here? Efficiency, speed, and control. Immigration OS is meant to make the whole process, from identifying someone to actually removing them, way more streamlined. Less time, less manpower, lower costs. And all of it backed by Palantir's powerful data crunching software. So yeah, this deal is more than just a win on paper. It's a huge step forward in Palantir's long-running partnership with ICE, and it shows exactly why this company keeps getting called on when serious data power is needed. The timing couldn't be more spot on, and it's definitely not something the market's ignoring. And another timing everyone's holding their breath for? Palantir's Q1 earnings report, which is just around the corner, May 5th to be exact, only a few days away. And honestly, I don't think most people realize just how important this report could be for Palantir's future and its stock price. Investors are already fired up about Palantir's position in the AI space, especially with all the momentum behind their artificial intelligence platform. It's not just another buzzword. If Palantir comes out swinging with strong numbers, like revenue that beats what Wall Street expected, a solid list of new government deals, or a major bump in commercial clients, that's going to send a loud and clear message. Palantir's not just along for the AI ride, they're out in front, driving it. But here's what could really shake things up. If this report shows that their profit margins are improving, and they're continuing to post consistent earnings, it changes the whole conversation. Wall Street's been waiting to see if Palantir can stop being just a cool tech company and start becoming a serious revenue machine. If they pull off another profitable quarter, maybe the 5th or 6th in a row, that could trigger a big wave of confidence. We're talking bullish territory. And here's the wild part. One analyst even said this earnings report could be the spark that sends Palantir stock flying. He pointed out that for most of last year, every time Palantir released earnings, the stock made a big move. Sometimes up, sometimes down, but always big. 3 out of 4 times that move was upward. double-digit gains. So now, with Q1 earnings almost here, the big question is, which way is it going to go this time? Now, the bull case is definitely heating up. Palantir has this pattern where they tend to guide a little low and then over-deliver when the numbers drop. It's a smart move. Underpromise, overachieve. For Q1, they're aiming for growth similar to what they saw last quarter. And if history tells us anything, they might even do a little better than expected. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is the bigger picture. Palantir's software isn't exactly cheap. It's premium tech, and that means not every business can afford it. But if companies start seeing AIP as something they have to have, something that saves them time, money, and gives them a competitive edge, then suddenly, that price tag doesn't matter. That's when you start hearing phrases like mission critical, and that's when management starts giving really optimistic forecasts. But wait, this is where things get really crazy. One analyst didn't just talk about the stock going up. He gave an actual price prediction, and it's wild. He said buying Palantir right now is like buying Nvidia back in 2023 when it was still dirt cheap compared to today. His call? Palantir could hit 200 or more by the end of this year. That's not just growth, that's liftoff. And when you look around, you start to notice something. Politicians, insiders, big money investors, they're all piling in. There's serious money flowing into Palantir. Why? Because the potential is massive and the catalysts are lining up fast. With a major government contract just locked in, a high-stakes earnings report days away, and growing dominance in the AI space, Palantir isn't just making noise. It's making moves. The price action we're seeing right now, it might just be the beginning. And when you zoom out and look at the long game, it's clear. Palantir's future is looking solid. Maybe even brighter than most people expected. And honestly, this shouldn't come as a surprise because this is exactly what the CEO, Alex Karp, has been preaching for years. Way back in an interview from before, Karp said something that really stuck. He talked about how the secret to Palantir's success wasn't chasing quick money or fast wins. Instead, they built the company around a powerful idea, a purpose. He said their goal wasn't to flood the market right away. It actually took them a few years just to even release their first product. Why? Because they were focused on getting it right, on building something great. It wasn't about hype. It was about quality, about impact. That kind of long-term thinking is rare, especially in tech. And now, all these years later, you can see that mindset paying off. Palantir didn't try to be the flashiest company. They stuck to their lane, refined their platform, and positioned themselves where the world was inevitably heading, toward data, toward AI, toward real-time intelligence. Today, that same company that spent years behind the curtain is now making headlines with massive government deals, cutting-edge AI tools, and a growing list of big-name clients. They've gone from who's Palantir to how do I invest in Palantir? So yeah, the road was long. And yeah, it wasn't always smooth. But that patience? That belief in the mission? It's what's setting Palantir apart now. They weren't built to ride the wave. They were built to be the wave. And right now, it feels like it's finally hitting the shore. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.